A judge found Jonathan McCaffery, known as Jack, guilty of failing to yield to a pedestrian in the right-of-way. That pedestrian later died. Jack is the son of University of Iowa basketball coach Fred McCaffery and a standout basketball player himself.
Police say McCaffery was sober and not using his phone when he hit a jogger, 45-year-old Corey Height, in the crosswalk on Melrose Avenue. Height was weeks away from retiring from the National Guard. He died 2 weeks later. KCRG TV9's Brian Tabak joins us now live in the studio with more on today's verdict.
Last month in court, officers and witnesses said that McCaffery was driving west down Melrose towards Coral Ridge Mall. He says that traffic was slowing, so he changed lanes. The judge agreed McCaffery didn't see the jogger until it was too late, but still found him guilty of not yielding to a pedestrian. It's a situation a driving instructor called tragic, but also believes was avoidable. Chris Rolvis, owner of Safe Driver Driver's Education, has been teaching young people to drive for the last 20 years.
We're always trying to talk to kids about is having an orderly visual search pattern.
That means checking mirrors, your surroundings, and your speed. He says by doing that and yielding the right-of-way, the crash involving Jack McCaffery and Corey Height could have been avoided.
It's the epitome of defensive driving. You know, you have to be able to recognize what other roadway users are doing and then ultimately make the right decision and then not put other people in danger.
Noticing what other drivers are doing is something he says is key. Witnesses testified that a driver slowed down to let Height cross the road and waved the jogger through, even though only one lane of traffic was stopped.
It's that individual who thought they were doing something nice for that runner, but in the end caused their death.
Witnesses testified that driver did not pull over after the crash. 16-year-old Jack McCaffery did, as did other witnesses. The whole situation, as one Rolvis says, is tragic and sad, but also how important it is to know who has the right-of-way.
When it comes to right-of-way in a driving situation, you always have to be prepared to give up the right-of-way, and you don't have the right-of-way unless someone else gives it to you.
Failure to yield is a misdemeanor. The maximum sentence Jack McCaffery faces is a $1,000 fine, a suspension of his driver's license for 180 days, or both. A judge will decide his sentence October 13th. In the studio, Brian Tabak, KCRG TV9 News.